Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back to the Mirror Mysteries. Let us find our mouse pointer. Where is it? There it is. And continue. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, not quite 4. Hidden object puzzle game. If you don't remember what this is, let's see. I think we're done with this one. Let's just hop in it. Yeah, we're done for now. This game just pushes you in the right way. You just kind of have to walk around and see. It's such a narrow path. I would have hoped it would have been less narrow, or you wouldn't have been able to create some system like this. Right. So we have this object that needs to be placed, and then we have some other objects that need to be placed. So the thing about placing objects, I guess, is if you're not seeing the sparkles, you're just not seeing the sparkles. So you have no idea where it would go. Something goes there. I believe it's these red berries. And maybe these? Nope. Mushrooms next. Let me ask this. If we just clicked on the book, could we get the instructions? No? Not really. So only the outline is telling us the order.
This would be a good time to check the distiller and heat the mixture up a bit. You must fill the flagon with it and use it on moors somehow.
So we're trying to make a magic spell to defeat Moors, this giant dragon-like creatures. So we need to come over here and heat this up with, what is this, some kind of lighter? I guess. And then that means we can pick up this. This really doesn't feel like a hidden object game as much as more just actually manipulating items. Feels more kind of like a point and click adventure games at this point. So that one's finished. This one was finished before we even started. This one's gonna be finished real quick. We just need to take this and put it in this slingshot. And so that gets rid of Moors, which then allows me to put this here and fix the wheel, which I guess lets me click on this. Well, this is strange. I can click on something and interact it with something, but without picking it up. That is very, very different from what we've done up to this point. That is completely 100% different. Looks like I can click on it and activate it again, even. That's not a hidden object game. That's not traditional hidden object games, at least. Interacting with things. Now you've made this game into a point-click adventure. Everything is different now. So we've got like 2 objects to place and 1 object to find. Right now we only have this to place, and we can see the glowing right here, so we'll pour some water on it. And that, what, washed away some cement, or got some cement wet. So now we have a trowel and cement, which would allow us to fix this wall.
Is most truly gone? Thank you so much. Here are those 2 mirror pieces you were looking for. And thank you again.
What a weird
He is
puzzle.
truly gone. At least I think he is. Thank you for the missing mirror pieces.
why not get the mirror pieces by defeating Moors? That would make a lot more sense than getting the mirror pieces by fixing a wall. It's just strange. That is just strange. So this screen is finished, and there aren't going to be any more.
Small little human defeat Moors. You are truly powerful.
Powerful enough to stop you if you don't give me back my children.
I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
think you're quite that strong. Now get back to work before I lose my temper.
Oh yeah, let's not forget. The game won't let you forget, for sure. This evil mirror has kidnapped the children and is forcing me to find the mirror pieces that allegedly the children broke. And that's an interesting question, certainly. If the children broke the mirrors, why did the mirror pieces go inside the magical worlds versus just fall right on the floor? Good question.
Salutations, fair maid. I am Rydo, a fawn of great repute. I am afraid I have somehow misplaced the buttons of my jacket, so I am ill prepared for company, and even less prepared for the fawn celebration this evening. So many things to do, so little time.
So now we've got to get this fawn his buttons to get the mirror pieces. And oh, by the way, we're introducing fawns now. We've had a king, a queen, a cyclops troll, and a dwarf. Why not a fawn? Oh, and a talking rodent too. It's too much
You
fantasy.
wouldn't happen to have some broken mirror pieces, would you?
I believe I do, but I don't have time to look for them now. If you help me get everything ready for the celebration, I'm sure I can find the time to locate your mirror pieces.
Yeah, just too much fantasy,
Sure,
too
I'll
fast.
do whatever you need me to do.
Sure, I'll do whatever.
Great! My jacket needs to get fixed. There's the fountain that needs to get fixed, and much more. Please hurry.
Yeah, it should have said my jacket and the fountain needs to get fixed. This is a terrible sentence. And much more. Please hurry. That whole sentence needed a rewrite there. Let's see. Are there any buttons here? Yes, there's one. Right, there's one. Is that one? No. How about that? And that. How about that one? And not there. Let's look outside the box. There's one. Yeah, just too much fantasy going on. I kind of believe if you're gonna tell a fantasy tale, you need to slowly trickle out things and slowly explain everything. That's the fun of the fantasy anyways, is that you're going to keep constantly, but within certain rising and lowering periods of reflection, be introduced to concepts. So, like in The Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe, you walk through you walk through a dresser drawer, you end up in Narnia, you follow, I believe, a fawn creature first, and then you meet up with some talking badgers. And then it's a good couple of paragraphs at least before the talking badgers are done with, and you move on to the next thing. And then you move on to the next thing, and then there's some paragraphs. So you have some rising action, which you see something interesting, and then some lowering action where you get explained that, and it becomes normal again. Here, it's just all rising action. It's just this crazy thing happens, and then the next world another crazy thing happens, and there's no real explanation or reason or rhyme for why we're running into all these people. We were just told these were magical worlds, but even as their own magical worlds, they don't seem very connected. So we're looking for some shoes, looking for some books. Is that one? Nope. There's one of them. And we're looking for all kinds of what look like handkerchiefs. There's a book. There's a shoe. I kind of would have preferred if they had done away with the story and not bothered with it, because it's teetering here. It's barely good enough to even be tolerable, and it's may get worse is the danger. Whereas most hidden object games are gonna just weakly give you a couple sentences of explanation of what you're doing and why, and then throw you in it and just let you play the game. I think there is perhaps some zen in a hidden object game where you just jump in and look for objects without any real reason or rhyme. Just a calming effect of, well, I'm doing this because I want to do it. There's no big danger or threat or action or challenge here. Just take your time. No score, no time in most hidden object games. No score time as far as I can tell in this game either. There's a handkerchief hidden on the bedspread. You'd think the fawn would just be more freaked out if somebody showed up in their house. There's another handkerchief. These all go here. So we're looking for 2 pieces of corn and 1 more shoe. And we know because they're filled in that they're in this area. There's a piece of corn. So last one is of that angle, which eliminates a lot of places where it could be. But I don't put it past myself to still be totally lost. And then that shoe. Nope, it's not in the box. I'm trying to click on this thing down here, and that's not working. That's where the shoes go. Feel like I'm hitting that point where I either need to look for a hint or give up and look for a hint. No real or there. I'm looking all over. I will definitely be looking for feedback on covering this style of game, because even as I'm recording it, I kind of feel like people are going to be somewhat bored with it. I can only say so much and entertain so much. There's a piece of corn right there. And it literally is just me moving the magnifier all over the place, looking for things. Which is pretty dull. Pretty dull interaction. Let's go for the hint for the last shoe. Oh, it's like right there. So only a tiny fraction of those shoes were even visible. So we're done for now. So how many of these are we gonna have? It was 3 last time, right? Or was it 4? Yeah, we had 4. So they haven't gotten down to 3. But they do seem like they're getting
This
simpler
place
and
hasn't been
simpler.
cleaned for years. That jacket needs some buttons, and that vest should be ironed. I know even my kids wouldn't be this messy, and that's saying a lot.
What this would be interesting is if the story was just an OCD person, and they had to find certain objects and clean up a room. There is a game called Viscera Cleanup Crew that's a best played with friends, where you clean up after an alien attack style event. But I wonder if you could really make a game where you would just clean up rooms. I did put some more thought into how you might go about and make a 3D environment like this. For instance, like Skyrim, because you can pick up all kinds of objects in Skyrim. If there was a challenge within that to find certain objects that were hidden under other objects, and thus you had to pick up things and maneuver them, turn them around and such. I think what you'd almost certainly have to do is have a system where when you enter the room, it would just magically reset, because otherwise you might move something in the wrong place and you'd never be able to find it again. So, but as long as you had some kind of system where the areas reset when you weren't looking, that would probably work kind of well. Some kind of combination puzzle here. It's a full-on combination puzzle too. More interaction than I was really expecting. Let's see. What I realized is that in a lot of ways, the game I just recently covered, The Witness, or probably now a few months ago covered, called The Witness, is in half of its aspect, it kind of is a three-dimensional hidden puzzle game, because there are hidden puzzles in it, and it is a three-dimensional world. It's definitely a unique spin on it, and I would like to see some more unique spins on it. Again, though, people that make hidden puzzle games, I just can't attribute them being good enough video game programmers or ambitious enough video game programmers to really do it. It would have to be something done on a dare, or just a lot of determination to bring this genre to its next level. Put to shame all other hidden puzzle games, and I don't think you really would. And as soon as you go 3D, you can't make it a cell phone game, and I think that's really where more people would be aiming for hidden puzzle style games. Although The Witness is eventually going to get released in some lesser form for like the iPad, but to get it to work, they're, from what I hear, going to take out the 3D elements of it, and you will simply click like on the left side of the screen to go to one scene, or the right side of the screen to go to a different screen, instead of being able to orient yourself perfectly, so it will be a completely different experience. We've got a lot of things here, but they're all potentially very small. Where's my little reticle? There it is. Right there. And it doesn't help if I lose the reticle. It needs to... What it needs to do is really stand out. So sampling or inverting the pixels behind it would be ideal. Something where you couldn't lose it in the bright light. Like right there, I cannot see the reticle at all. But when I put it behind the brown wall, I can kind of see it. At least. We're looking for an apple too. Is it time for a hint? I don't know if it is or not. So there's like a strawberry here that almost looks like something I'm supposed to click on, but it isn't. I guess when you really get down to it, you kind of have to wonder if the objects that you're searching for weren't just maliciously hidden, intentionally placed in difficult to see and difficult to find locations. You could easily get very frustrated with the game and just say, well, you're trying to make me lose. And I have a standing theory: the games should try to make you win. They should sneakily work behind your back and make it so that you always win, even despite your best efforts or worst efforts. I guess you'd call those worst efforts if you're running into problems because you're a bad player. So we got a couple of these that feel faded out, a couple of these. We've got a couple of these that aren't faded out. How can there be an apple and I just not see it? You know, I'm gonna click the hint and I'm gonna immediately find it. Like here, there's nothing in here. Maybe I should just take off the magnifier for a second. Get a slightly different perspective. There it is. That's one of them at least. Sometimes the magnifier magnifies too much, and here's the apple. So those are ready to go there. Alright. So we have this little square, this little handkerchief fabric. The items they're having us pick up are usually parts of sets, and because they're parts of sets, they're getting kind of redundant. I kind of wish we were in some different areas with some different types of objects. That's really where a different style of hidden object game would come in, is that it would throw us into some kind of cyberpunk future where we were looking for electronics and stuff, and then we'd go back to fantasy, or then we'd go to present day, and there'd just be drastically different things instead of trying to keep them all connected. this seems too similar, so it makes it only more difficult to find the objects. Alright, time for a hint. Where is the hint? Right there is the brick, okay. Just hidden in the shadows. So we've still got this, and I'm not sure if anything else is ready to be clicked on. Nope, that wouldn't be it. It being a white fabric, it almost certainly is being hidden just in a bright section. Right there. So, are we done for now, or is there more to get? I guess there's more to get. Let's see. We have these boards. Perhaps on one of these boards is our solution. It'd be really strange if we ended up taking a board from the floor. At least somewhat strange. Oh, the corn goes here. Maybe that's the only thing left. Or maybe we can find some buttons that might go here. Let's just look around and see if we find any place where buttons might be. Do buttons belong here? Yeah, I don't buy that those are objects that belong there. Have some kind of chandelier that goes there. There's a pan flute that goes right there. Ah, buttons. They do go on the coat. So he wasn't even wearing the coat that he was gonna wear. So what's the next thing we're looking for? Really don't think this would be it. When we go here, this wood in no way seems like it is right. Do any of these shapes match this? That's kind of the mirror of that, sort of. Yeah, this doesn't seem like it would work. This seems like it's a 4-character combination here. And it looks kind of Japanese. So feels like there might be some combination of different figures here. But not really. This feels like you would need to know the solution. Well, I'm just gonna stupidly find the solution by randomly brute forcing it. Which of course is always a possibility if we get down to it. Well, we got almost everything in. We've got all the items in the bedroom and we only need to place 2 things, and we have 4 items to pick up still in the dining room and 5 items to place. So that's a good start at least for the forest world. Which I don't know why we even need the names of these places. We can't click on the previous areas. It would have been nicer, I think, if you could have gone to all the different areas. So right now, while I'm kind of frustrated with the forest world, why not go back to the ice world? Do a little bit everywhere and enjoy that. Can I click on his face and see anything or hear anything? No? That would have been nice too if he said some basic general statements there. Oh well. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.